Hey guys, we've got a succulent video today. First things I'm going to show you are the two succulents that I have in water culture, which are doing just fine. I'm going to show you something that I did with another succulent, and then I'm going to show you some newer succulents because we're getting some flowers and they're really kind of cool looking. So let's start with these two guys. This is the Aloe Hybrid that's been in water culture for a very long time now. Nice little root system in there. And we still have the same three plants. I think that the biggest one was the main mama plant, and then we had two pups sprout out of that. But otherwise doing great. New leaves coming out on all three pups, or all three plants, let's put it that way. But yeah, doing great. Not a fast grower, but that's fine. It's thriving and it's got nice roots and nice leaf coloring, not even in full sun, which it would really color up nicely if I were to do that. But anyway, just want to show you the progress on that one. My Senecio, this one is really doing well in water culture. What I had done was I had this plant, I had purchased it in soil, and I took cuttings. So you can see I took a cutting from this main branch, all of the large branches I took cuttings from, and I started getting some new growths on the smaller branches, as you can see. And all this growth has been while in water culture. So as you can see, the roots are doing fantastic, nice and light colored. And even if I was to let the water level go pretty low, the plant would be fine because it has its reserves in its fleshy leaves. So that's another reason why succulents are, if you can get them acclimated to water culture, it's really kind of cool. Succulents don't really have a need to be in water culture. Because, you just let them dry out, you forget about them, you neglect them a little bit, they'll be fine. But again, this was just a little experiment I wanted to do just to see if they would thrive and for how long, and if they thrive any better for me in the water culture than they do in the soil. Senecio can be a little bit tricky because I know that they don't hold water as well as some other succulents like sedum or graptivaria or echeveria or even aloe. But this one is obviously thriving, doing really well, has not gotten any feed at all. It's been here for many months now at this point, and the roots are all very healthy. I don't get a lot of dieback on the roots, and yeah. And in sun, because this is getting bright light, these are getting that really cool bluish gray, bluish green look to them. Really nice. I'm going to push that back there so you can see it in all its glory. And this one too. And next up we have a little thing that I had done. This is a real shell, and I just mounted it on this plastic cup type thing. And what I put in here is a Kokedama, a Haworthia Kokedama. So this I've had in Kokedama for a while. It's got 3 plants in there, 1, 2, and 3. And I said, you know what, it's all right in a cup because it looks kind of cool, but I said it would look even cooler if I was to put it in my shell. Put it in upside down. There we go. So this is now sitting in the south-facing window and getting lots of sun. You can see it's starting to stress a little bit because those leaves are turning a little bit maroon. But yeah, it's doing well. It looks really kind of cool. You see things like this a lot with air plants, but I figured, hey, why not do it with a succulent? Even easier. Air plants, you got to soak and then let them dry before you put them back in. These guys, real easy. I just dunk the Kokedama in water until it absorbs the water, shake it off, put it back in, you're done. Until the next week. Really cool looking though, right? I like it. Alrighty, next up we have some of my new succulents here. These two I'm going to show you on the left. These two are Graptivaria, which are hybrids between Graptipedilum and Echeveria, and I've got a nice little bloom stalk here. Can't wait for that flower to open. Really cool looking. And you can see there are two pups sprouted from the mother. And this is also in a south-facing window, and it's loving every minute of it. Really pretty. And here is another Graptivaria. And this one's got some fleshier leaves to it. And we've got another bloom stalk here. And this one's going to be opening up soon as well. It looks like this one is going to either be pink or orange. I'm not sure what color this is going to be yet. It's not close enough to opening. But really cool looking plants. And I've always loved succulents, but until I had enough light, especially like Echeveria, Graptivaria, all those types of things, they didn't do well for me. Now I have a south-facing window. I also have grow lights that they thrive under. Really, really cool. This one is awesome. This is an Echeveria. I believe this is Echeveria Happy. Even though they look different on the internet when I've done a search, that's what this is labeled as. It's got a little bloom stalk starting there, but the main attraction is these rosettes are just beautiful. The older ones that have been stressed are like a purplish, and the newer leaves and not stressed by the sun are that aqua bluish green and gray. It's just really, really cool. Very easy. These are very light. They haven't been watered in a little while, but they are fine. I don't like to water these too often unless I want to get some growth. Excuse me. So what I would do is I would water and let it dry out quickly, water it again as soon as it's dry, and keep that quick wet-dry cycle if I want fast growth. If I don't want them to grow and I kind of want to hold them where they are, I just let them dry out and keep them dry for a while until they start to show signs of pulling from their reserves. But I'm not going to do that for these guys. I just haven't watered them and they're fine. But yeah, I love succulents. I always have. I have a huge Haworthia collection. I also have a sedum collection, and now I'm growing my Echeveria and Echeveria Hybrid collection, like Graptivarias. And because it gets really hot and dry here outside in the summers lately, the last few years, I now am, in my landscaping, using a lot of different succulents, like ice plants for the flowers, and a lot of Echeverias and other succulents. A lot of hen and chicks, sempervivum. Love, love, love them. But yeah, really, really cool. So if you have any questions on any of the plants that you've seen in this video, all these here, I'm going to push this back so you guys can see. Yeah, leave a comment and let's talk. Otherwise, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell if you want to be notified, and I will see you in the next video.